Hey there, this is Ranjit and I have the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G variant. Just last month I unboxed and gave you an overview for the MediaTek version. This is a 2G, 3G variant, but this one, as you can see, this is 4G enabled. Let me zoom in. And the biggest difference is in the processor. The 3G variant is powered by a MediaTek processor, but this is powered by a Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor. Other things are similar. This one also has 2 gigs of RAM. The pricing is a little bit different. This is sold in India via Flipkart, and it is selling for rupees 10,000 in India. So let's open up the box and let's check this out. And here it comes out. Again, we have the device itself, which is actually pretty light without the battery. It sports a 5.5 inch screen. Let's take this out, and you got to take this out. This is not a screen protector, guys. And let's see the accessories. We also have a USB cable, USB to micro USB cable, and this is the power adapter that we get. Let me just take this one out also. And it's a 2 amp charger that we have, again a USB one. And apart from that, we don't get any headsets on this device. We have the battery itself, which is actually very similar to the one that we got. This is 3100 milliamp hour battery. Let's look at the one that we got with this 3G variant. Let's take this out and let's look at the model number of the battery. It's actually the same. It's the BM42 that we even get with the 4G variant. So it's the same battery. It's a 3100 milliamp hour battery. Let's keep the 3G version aside. So let's put in the battery and do the first boot for this device now. So here is the device itself. We also have this covering the camera. The rear facing camera is a 13 megapixel with BSI sensor. The quality is pretty decent. It has LED flash, and this back can be opened. Again, this is plastic. And again, as you can see, the first SIM is 4G enabled, and you can add your micro SD card on this one. And regarding the SAR rating, the limit for India is 1.6, and it says here the SAR rating for this one is 0.464. One thing that is very interesting is, yes, we do have a micro SD card slot, but this 4G variant is not a dual SIM variant. The 3G, 2G variant was a dual SIM variant, but this 4G variant is just a single SIM variant. Let's pop in the battery and let's do the first boot with this device. Also, regarding the Android version, this variant, the 4G variant, comes with an updated version of Android, that is KitKat, whereas this 3G variant came with Jelly Bean. By the time it boots, let me give you a physical overview. On the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. We have a secondary noise cancellation mic. This is the volume rocker, power button, and moving towards the bottom we have the main microphone, micro USB slot that will be used for charging this device, and on this end actually nothing. On the back, the main 13 megapixel camera, LED flash, Mi branding, and opening for the speaker. I hope the speaker output is better compared to the 3G variant, and it says select the theme. I'm going to use the Google keyboard, and let's hit next, and it says I'm going to use Swift keys. That's the one that I use, and we'll quickly set up our Wi-Fi network also on this one now. And the good thing is that it even supports the 5 gigahertz band. The regular 2.4 gigahertz band is also there, and the 5 gigahertz band. So let me quickly set up my Wi-Fi network. I'm not very sure. I don't recall if the 3G variant supported the 5 gigahertz band, but I'll check that later on. And we haven't added any SIM card, so we'll just continue. And we have to accept the terms and conditions, location services. I'm going to disable this user experience program, and let's just hit and agree to all this, and we are set. Again, the Xiaomi devices run a custom version of Android Skin known as MIUI, and this is the one. We also have auto brightness. Let's keep it let me keep it on manual, but we have auto brightness. Let's look at the settings. Let's look at the Android version. You got to go to the general setting and to about the device, and as you can see, it's running the Android version 4.4.2, that is KitKat. So you do get KitKat out of the box on this 4G variant. And again, on the bottom we have the physical capacitive button. This is for menu, home, and this is for back. Let's go back and let's look at the storage on this device. Internal storage is 8 gigs, but let's see how out of that 8 gigs how much do we actually get. And the available space, it says that we have is 4.53 gigabytes. We can also add a micro SD card, and this one also supports USB OTG, but I don't think so the entire apps will be movable to the SD card. I'll check that in my full review. And we also have the button option. You can actually customize if you long press any of these buttons what you want to do. For example, let's say if you hit the menu button for a while, it brings you the multitasking tray like this. So again, it's a custom skin, but again, if you can add widgets, this is actually a widget, and you can even change the wallpapers, etc. If you just tap in for some time, as you can see, now you can change stuff. I'll just change it to a more colorful wallpaper like this, and let's hit home, let's apply, and as you can see, we have now changed the wallpaper. And regarding RAM, it has 2 gigs of RAM. It's powered by a Snapdragon 400 chipset. That's a quad-core processor clocked at 1.6 gigahertz. As we are actually connected to our Wi-Fi network, let's fire up the web browser also on this one. The Chrome web browser should also be installed in the Google folder. And as you can see, we have it. We'll try it with Chrome. Let's go to rediff.com. Again, this is the first time Chrome is running, so it will take a second to set up. It's done. Mobile variant, but let's force it to the desktop variant. Again, if you notice how quickly it loaded. Let's try the pinch to zoom. That is also very good. One thing I'm noticing is that the touch response is excellent on this device. Very good touch response, and the screen quality also, as you can see, I'm tilting the screen to extreme angles. Then also the screen is not fading. It's an IPS grade screen. It's a 5.5 inch 720p HD screen. And pretty good screen quality, I would say. Let's open a random story and let's see again if you notice how quickly it loaded. So web browsing will be pretty good on this device. Let's also look at the camera. It's a 13 megapixel rear facing camera. Let's bring some objects nearby and let's fire it up. And share locations. No, I don't want to do that right now. And we have the tap to focus, it says. And it took a second to focus. It takes a second to focus. Once it focuses, then it's pretty fast, the shutter speed. Let's look at the pictures. These are the ones that we took. As you can see, this came out pretty decent. The camera is actually pretty decent on this. Even on the 3G variant, it was decent, but I will be testing the camera a lot more. Moving to the front facing camera, it's a 5 megapixel shooter. So that's it for now for this very quick unboxing of this Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G variant. If you have any specific questions around this device, do post them in the YouTube comments and I'll try to include them in my review. Thanks for watching this video. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.